Rich, just a couple of seconds for it to show up right here in chat. Now, if you are running into an issue,
In web hosting, fighting attacks is good.
With Zapier, changing AI models won't break your stuff. Right, Rex?
At Living Spaces, we lowered the Dean Queen bed price to just $295, all while re-engineering.
It's against Twitch TOS, but if you guys want to have your multi-chat appear on the screen, all you'll do is let me show you how to set up Botrix multi-chat messages so that way you can read your Twitch, Kick, and YouTube messages all in one place. Majority of you have been having issues with getting the YouTube chat to work, so make sure to watch all the way to the end so that way we can solve that issue. So the first thing that we'll do is go to Botrix, and I'll make sure to leave a link in the description down below if you haven't used Botrix before. But we'll start off with logging in file tab on the left-hand side, and this is where we're going to link all of the accounts we'd like to read our multi-chat from. So I have my Twitch account linked, I have my YouTube account linked, and I have my Kick account linked. If you've never linked an account before, to show you an example, I can unlink my Kick account. We'll simply just hit sign in with Kick. We're gonna put the username and where we can add Botrix as a moderator. So what I'll do is I'll click the add new button, and then I'll type in Botrix. And then we're gonna find the one with the check mark. What we're gonna do is click the continue button. It's gonna bring us to our Kick page and where we can add Botrix as a moderator. So what I'll do is I'll click the add new button, and then I'll type in Botrix. And then we're gonna find the one with the check mark. And then you'll go down to, just kidding, you'll go to community and then you'll go to moderators. And that's where you'll find this page. Then it'll ask you to copy this little message right here. So we're gonna highlight it and copy that. And instead of hitting the green button this time, we're gonna click this link right here at the top. So we'll click that. It's gonna bring us to Botrix's chat room. We're gonna paste in that message we had gotten, click the chat button to send that message through. We'll give it about a couple seconds so it will link our account. So it says your account has been successfully linked, which can be a little confusing because we need to mod Botrix for our YouTube channel. So after you've linked your YouTube account here, let's go over to YouTube. And if you
What's the Matt Mahan difference? Real executive experience. As San Jose's mayor.
If you guys are curious what this little thing is on the side of my YouTube, it's actually my secret weapon on how I was able to grow my YouTube channel, telling me which keywords I need to target, as well as an AI chatbot telling me which video ideas would be good ideas to do. So if you want access to this, I'll leave it linked down below the video. And I got you guys 90% off your first month if you use the coupon code on the screen. So go check it out. But once we're on our YouTube channel and we're logged in with our account, we can go over to YouTube Studio by going to the top right and click YouTube Studio. I'm obviously using a dummy account indicated by the zeros here because the last time I made a YouTube video for you guys, I accidentally went live on my main channel, and that was the cringiest 1-minute stream because I had no idea I was live. So if you don't mind dropping a quick like on this video to help boost my confidence back up after that, I'd greatly appreciate it. Anyways, let's go to the bottom left corner and click on settings, and then we're gonna click on community. Now, this is the part where everyone gets tripped up on. You're gonna go to the standard moderators tab, click here, then we're gonna type in youtube.com/Botrix. Now, there's a lot of fake Botrix accounts here, but you can tell which one is the correct one because it has this logo that is centered in here, and you can also see that the B and the R are capitalized. It's because there's just so many people trying to make fake Botrix accounts. I don't know why that's even a thing, but we're just gonna click on this one. This is the correct Botrix account you need to mod. And then once you have moderated this specific one, we're gonna click on save. So make sure you have that Botrix account modded. So now that we have all of our accounts connected to Botrix with the moderator privileges given to Botrix, then we can go to the left-hand side where it says widgets. Then we're gonna click on the one that says chat right here. Now you can see we got a nice blank screen, but it will pop up the preview of what the multi-chat's gonna look like. So first off, you can see what chats are going to be included in this multi-chat. We have Trovo, which we're not using, but we also have Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. So as long as these are enabled, these chats will appear in the chat box. But once again, YouTube does have some finicky things, which I will touch on in just a minute. So you can feel free to customize this chat box to how you would like it. If you have the premium, you can choose this neon one, or if you just want transparent or default, you can feel free to mess with all of the free designs, which are indicated by not having the star next to them. You can also have the platform icon on, which is enabled right here. That way you can see who's talking from which platform. So everyone's talking from Trovo right now. But if someone were to be typing from Kick or YouTube or Twitch, then it would change the little platform icon, which is really convenient. So once you've customized everything to your desire, we can click on this widget URL. So we can click on copy, but this will work for OBS Studio or Streamlabs. If you're using OBS Studio, you can go and add a doc in the top left corner, then click on custom browser docs. Then you can add a new doc name. I'll call it multi-chat. We'll paste in the URL we just got, click apply, and it'll bring up this nice window, which we can feel free to dock anywhere that we'd like in OBS. If you're using Streamlabs, go to the left-hand side where it says layout editor, then you'll be able to find the website option. You can drag and drop it into any of the slots here. Also change your layout up here so we can drag the website, and then you'll paste that browser source URL inside here. And then it'll pop up wherever you placed it. So I'll go and send some messages from every platform. You can see that I said hello over on Twitch. I said hi over on Kick. But the YouTube chat doesn't go through, and you wanna know why? It's because it wants to be annoying AF and give me problems and pull out my damn hair. So much so that Botrix came out with an official guide on problems that can happen while using the YouTube chat for their multi-chat. And the most problematic thing that people run into is not having their stream public or live. Also, the joining time and everything can be a pain in the butt. But to dumb all of this down, basically, let me show you what's up. The first thing we want to do is go to our YouTube channel. Then we can go to the top right corner where it says create. Then we're going to hit go live. This is going to bring us to our YouTube Studio dashboard where we'll be able to control everything about our YouTube stream. So we can hit the edit button right here in the top right, and we'll be able to change the title to whatever we want. But the most important thing is changing our visibility to public. Otherwise, the Botrix bot cannot join our stream, therefore not showing our messages. So change that to public and then change everything else to your little heart's desires and then hit save. So now our stream is ready to go, except we need to change our top chat over to live chat. So that way we can see all of the messages and not just the top messages. Makes sense, right? So let's go over to OBS. If you see this and you're like, oh my God, Cody, why does it look like this? It's because you probably haven't seen my video how to multi-stream on OBS Studio. And if that's the case, I'll leave it in the top right corner. But I have my Twitch account.
Web hosting. Fighting attacks is good.
Connected as my main streaming account in my OBS Studio. So this is my Twitch. And then for our dock, for our multiple output, I've connected my YouTube stream and my Kick stream. So most importantly, we're gonna start up our YouTube stream. So I'm gonna hit start, and then let's just start up my Twitch stream for S and Gs. So now our YouTube stream is live and our Twitch stream is live. And so now let's go over to YouTube Studio to see our YouTube stream. So this is our YouTube Studio. You can see that we've been live for about 17 seconds now. And the name of the game now is waiting how long it's gonna take Botrix to show up in your YouTube chat. Because when it connects, it'll send a chat in your YouTube chat saying, hey, we've successfully connected. So depending if this is your first time using it, chances are it can take up to 60 minutes. Or if you've turned it off and on, for example, if you went into your profile tab and selected your YouTube account with that green settings button under YouTube, and then you went to your chatbot and realized that the darn thing wasn't even on, then chances are it might take up to 60 minutes for it to connect. So make sure that chatbot is on. And then also, if you have a premium bot, you might need to turn it on and off as well. But chances are most of you guys probably don't have that. But like I said, YouTube can be very, very, very finicky. And I'm just as frustrated as you guys because I didn't make the damn thing. I'm just using it like you guys are. And this is what's worked for me. If you're having problems and you turn it off and on, just know it might take up to 60 minutes. But let's jump back to YouTube Studio and see what's going on. So it's been roughly 2 minutes since we've connected. For me, Botrix usually takes about 2 to 10 minutes in order to join the chat, but usually it's around like the 3 to 5 minute mark. However, like I said, it can take up to an hour if this is your first time or you turn it on and off. So now we gotta play the waiting game, and I'll fast forward this part for you guys. Just keep your fingers crossed for me. All right, so now you can see that our YouTube messages are showing up in the multi-chat. It did take a little while. I'd say it probably came in right around 7 or 8 minutes. So your mileage may vary. Really depends. It seems like it's kind of luck of the draw here. So let's go test all of the other platforms. I'm gonna send.
心とかないんか。 心とかないんか。心とかないんか。心とかないんか。 領域展開領域展開人の心とかないんか人の心とかないんか 人の心じゃないんか。
Mama, may I have cookie?
can you listen to me? These are the rules of engagement. You listen to me. I never let nobody spin me over. I was a fighter for the sun. I fought like a soldier. My body was sober. I guess I'll
の心とかないんか。心がないんか。 ひどいな。人の心とかないんか。
領域展開。
タイムセレブレーション。心とかないんか？タイムセレブレーション。 領域展開人の心とかない領域展開領域展開領域展開
Spectre, run!